There's an unwritten rule in the auto industry. The less you know about your car, the more money they make. Not a conspiracy, just business. Dealerships live off service revenue. Repair shops survive because you don't know the technical stuff. Parts manufacturers profit because you replace things on schedule, their schedule, not when you actually need to. This system has been running for decades on one simple logic. As long as you can never tell the difference between what actually needs replacing and what's just recommended to replace, the money keeps flowing their way. Your owner's manual? Also part of the system. It wasn't written to get the best performance out of your car. It was written to cover liability and account for the widest possible range of drivers. A retired GM powertrain engineer once said, "That max line is a liability marker, not a performance target." Nobody puts that in the manual. Every time you follow the maintenance schedule religiously, take the shop's advice without question, and hand over your card, you think you're being a responsible car owner. But you never get to find out how many line items on that invoice were genuinely necessary versus how many exist simply because you didn't know better. Here are 17 things automotive engineers know that they're not telling you. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jared Min. Every day, I'm here exposing the everyday secrets they don't want you to know. Tip number 1, fill your oil slightly above the max line. Every owner's manual says, fill to max. Stop there. But that line is a liability marker, not a performance target. Cold starts are where 90% of engine wear happens. The moment you turn that key, there's a 3 to 5 second window where the oil pump is still building pressure and your bearings are running semi-dry. This isn't theory. It's from a 1987 SAE study. The industry acknowledged it and never brought it up again. Keeping your oil level about 1/4 quart above max, not a half quart, not a full quart, just a quarter, creates a slightly deeper oil pool. The pump pulls oil faster during those critical seconds. The bearing film is thicker, and your engine survives its most vulnerable moment every single morning. Overfilling by a full quart causes foaming and oil pressure drop. That's a real danger. But 1/4 quart over? That's a safety buffer, not an overfill. Tip number 2, stop at the first click when pumping gas. That first click, when the pump shuts off, most people treat it like a suggestion and keep squeezing. Don't. Your gas tank is designed with a vapor space at the top, 10 to 15% of total capacity, so fuel has room to expand with heat without pressurizing the system. That vapor space connects directly to your EVAP charcoal canister, which captures fuel vapors before they hit the atmosphere. Overfill it, and liquid gasoline floods the canister. The canister is engineered for vapor, not liquid. Liquid fuel saturates the activated charcoal, destroys its ability to absorb, and causes a rich mixture, failed emissions tests, and a check engine light. Dealer replacement for that canister, $400 to $800. The fix is completely free. Stop at the first click. Tip number 3, don't change your air filter by mileage, change it by condition. The service schedule says, replace your air filter every 15,000 to 30,000 miles. But air filters don't age evenly. A filter after 5,000 miles on a dirt road is more clogged than one after 20,000 miles on a clean highway. Mileage is just an educated guess designed to cover the average driver. Here's what actually works. Every 5,000 miles, pull the filter out and hold it up to sunlight. If light still passes through the pleats, it's still good. Hit it with compressed air from the clean side for 30 seconds. That restores close to 90% of original airflow. A quality filter, combined with regular cleaning, can last 60,000 to 80,000 miles in clean driving conditions. That's 3 to 4 replacements you're skipping. Tip number 4, clean your own throttle body. Don't pay $150 to $200. Every gas engine that's past 50,000 miles has carbon buildup in the throttle body. This isn't a defect, it's basic chemistry. Oil mist from the crankcase ventilation system enters the intake and bakes onto the throttle plate and walls at high temperatures. It builds up slowly and eventually causes rough idle, cold start hesitation, and sluggish throttle response. Dealerships charge $150 to $200 for this service. What they're actually doing is spraying cleaner into the intake while the engine idles, then wiping it down. You can do the exact same thing with a $12 can of CRC throttle body cleaner and a clean rag, engine off, throttle plate held open by hand. You'll feel the difference in throttle response within 10 minutes of driving. Do it every 30,000 miles. Never pay for this again. Tip number 5. You can fine-tune your spark plug gap, but know the rules first. This one has hard limits. Get it wrong, and you're looking at misfires or a damaged catalytic converter. So be honest with yourself here. This only applies if you have a naturally aspirated engine, you're past 60,000 miles, A and D. You've changed spark plugs yourself before and know how to use a gap tool. If you don't check all 3 boxes, skip to the next tip. If you do qualify, factory gap settings are calibrated for a brand new engine. Past 60,000 miles, your ignition coils have mild wear, injectors have some deposits, and compression has dropped slightly. The original gap was set for a version of your engine that no longer exists. Increasing the gap by 0.002 to 0.004 inches above factory spec produces a larger initial flame kernel, more complete combustion, slightly better fuel economy, and smoother idle. Turbocharged, direct injection, and high compression engines don't touch this. Cylinder pressures are too high. A wider gap there kills the flame instead of growing it. Tip number 6. A $2 test strip tells you exactly when to flush your coolant. The industry says flush your coolant every 30,000 miles. That's a calendar-based guess, not a chemistry-based decision. What actually determines coolant condition is pH. Fresh coolant runs between 8.5 and 10.5, slightly alkaline, actively protecting against corrosion. As the inhibitors deplete, pH drops below 7, turns acidic, and starts eating your aluminum cylinder head, your water pump impeller, and your heater core. Aquarium pH test strips. $2. Test your coolant. Green or blue, keep driving. Yellow or orange, flush it immediately, regardless of mileage. Some people go 72,000 miles and still test clean. Others hit the danger zone at 19,000. Mileage tells you nothing. Chemistry tells you everything. Tip number 7. Battery terminal corrosion is a slow motion killer. Corroded battery terminals don't cause an immediate problem, which is exactly why most people ignore them until they've been paying the price for months. Corrosion creates electrical resistance. Your starter motor receives lower voltage, spins slower, draws more current, overheats its windings, and dies early. More importantly, your ECU communicates with every sensor through that same ground network. Dirty terminals mean your O2 sensor, MAF sensor, and throttle position sensor are feeding the ECU garbage data. The sensors themselves aren't bad, the signal is just corrupted. The fix: disconnect both terminals. Mix a spoonful of baking soda in a cup of warm water. Scrub with an old toothbrush. The bubbling means it's neutralizing the acid. Rinse, dry. Coat the terminals in petroleum jelly. Reconnect. Total cost, essentially zero. Repair shops charge $60 for this. Tip number 8. Look at your tires before you rotate them. Your owner's manual gives you a rotation pattern designed for a theoretical average vehicle with theoretical average wear. Your car is not theoretical. Real wear patterns are determined by your alignment, your driving habits, how much weight you regularly carry, and even which lane you prefer. Mechanical rotation patterns ignore all of that. The right approach: before every rotation, inspect all 4 tires for actual wear. Move the most worn tires to the rear. Reposition tires showing feathered wear to positions where the pattern self-corrects. 5 minutes of inspection can add 12,000 to 18,000 miles to your tire life. Tip number 9. New brake pads need to be bedded in. Brand new brake pads are not operating at rated braking capacity. Almost nobody tells you this. Brake pads work through a transfer film. During normal braking, pad material deposits a microscopically thin, even layer onto the rotor surface. That film fills in microscopic surface irregularities, creates uniform contact, and dramatically increases friction. Fresh pads on fresh rotors have zero transfer film. The friction coefficient is well below spec. Bet them in yourself. Takes 15 minutes. From 50 miles per hour, slow firmly, to 10 miles per hour. Do 8 to 10 of those, 60 seconds apart, to let heat dissipate. Then drive normally for 15 minutes before any hard braking. Properly bedded brakes can shorten your 60 miles per hour stopping distance by up to 15%. Tip number 10. Idle for 60 seconds after a cold start, not more, not less. Modern engines reach normal fuel control within 30 to 45 seconds of a cold start. The old, let it warm up for 5 minutes, advice is outdated for the engine. But the rest of your drivetrain is a different story. Cold transmission fluid is thick and doesn't flow properly through the valve body. Power steering fluid is cold and stiff. Wheel bearing grease is cold and hard. Differential fluid is cold. All of these components are under elevated stress for the first minute of operation, and not a single warning light will tell you. Idle for 60 seconds before you pull out. Not 5 minutes. Just 60 seconds to get the fluid circulating before you put the system under load. The impact on transmission life alone is bigger than most people realize. Tip number 11. There's only one ingredient in fuel cleaner that actually works. Fuel injector cleaning service at a shop, $100 to $150. The active ingredient that actually does the job is polyether amine, PEA. A bottle of Chevron Techron concentrate has enough PEA to do what the shop service does. Add it when your tank is below a quarter full. That's it. Most cheap fuel additives contain barely any PEA. You're paying for a bottle of nothing. Look for PEA on the label. Use it every 15,000 miles. Never pay for that service again. Tip number 12. A dirty MAF sensor won't trigger a check engine light, but your gas mileage is quietly suffering. A contaminated MAF sensor throws off your ECU's fuel calculation by up to 10%. Fuel economy drops. Throttle response dulls. No warning light. No alert of any kind. You just assume it's the weather, or the season, or the blend of gas, and keep paying at the pump. CRCMAF sensor cleaner, about $7. Must be MAF specific. Do not use carburetor cleaner or brake cleaner. You will destroy the sensor. Spray the hot wire element from 6 inches away, 10 short bursts, let it dry completely before reinstalling. Combined with the ECU reset in tip number 16, many drivers report recovering 5 to 10% fuel economy. Tip number 13. You can flush your own power steering fluid. Most people only think about power steering fluid after the rack and pinion is already shot and they're looking at a 4-figure repair bill. Here's how to do a do-it-yourself fluid exchange. For about $6, use a large kitchen-style basting syringe to pull out as much old fluid as possible from the reservoir cold engine. Refill with fresh fluid. Start the engine. Turn the wheel lock to lock 5 times. Shut it off, extract again, refill again. 2 cycles gets you 70 to 80% fresh fluid. Do it at 50,000 miles, then every 30,000 after that. Tip number 14. A slipping belt is quietly killing your battery. Belt squeals on a cold morning. Most people find it annoying and ignore it. Here's the real problem. A slipping belt means your alternator pulley isn't getting full rotation. Charging voltage drops from around 14.2 volts down to roughly 13.4 volts. Your battery never reaches full charge. It sits permanently at 90 to 95%, just enough that you don't notice, but lead sulfate crystals never fully dissolve back into solution. Battery life is significantly shortened. Quick check. Find the longest free span of the belt and push hard with your finger. It should deflect no more than half an inch. More than that, it needs adjustment. 2 minutes. No tools. Tip number 15. Don't wait for the manufacturer's interval on differential fluid. Factory recommendation is 75,000 to 100,000 miles under normal use. If you tow, go off-road, or regularly drive at highway speeds, check at 60,000. Drain it and look at it. Dark brown, metallic particles. Consistency like old motor oil, change it. $30 in differential fluid protects a $3,000 differential. That math isn't complicated. Tip number 16. After cleaning any sensor or component, reset the ECU. After cleaning your MAF sensor, your throttle body, or treating your injectors, disconnect the negative battery terminal for 15 minutes. This clears all adaptive learning values and resets the ECU to base calibration. Here's why this matters. Your ECU learned a set of compensation strategies while those components were dirty. You've cleaned everything. But the ECU is still running the old playbook. Reset it. Then drive 50 to 100 miles to let it relearn with accurate data. Many drivers consistently report 5 to 8% fuel economy improvement after cleaning plus reset versus cleaning alone. Tip number 17. The most powerful maintenance tip, and it's completely free. How you drive. Smooth throttle inputs. Reading the road 50 to 100 yards ahead. Coasting to a stop instead of charging the light and braking hard. Maintaining steady speed instead of constant, small corrections. These habits reduce unnecessary heat cycles in your braking system by 30 to 40% and meaningfully extend the life of your pads and rotors. Research shows the same car on the same route, driven differently, can vary in fuel consumption by 8 to 12%. That's $150 to $200 back in your pocket every year. No parts, no tools, no appointments. The cheapest maintenance you can do is simply drive the car well. The auto industry is built on complexity. The more complex and mysterious it seems, the more you depend on professionals, the less confident you feel making your own calls, and the more you pay for things you didn't need to. But a lot of that complexity is manufactured, not inherent. Your car is a machine. It follows physics and chemistry. Understand those rules, and you can make better calls every single time. Not necessarily doing everything yourself, but knowing when it's worth paying and when it absolutely isn't. The gap between knowing and not knowing isn't technical skill. It's money. And you just closed that gap. That's all for today. See you next time.